Hi there. It's me again. Gonna be doing another kind of blogging, whatever it is for autism and Asperger's. So what am I going to talk about today? Um, Something I find really interesting. People seem to get really concerned when it comes to autism and video games for some reason, and I guess some people are afraid of a video game addiction. I guess there are some people who believe that video games will make an increased aggression after playing video games, which I thought was kind of interesting. Of course, there's studies kind of saying, no, don't worry about it. You're fine. Everyone's fine. I guess there's a study before it says no, there's no increased aggression. Um, Actually, just in video games in general, there's studies showing that people don't go on rampages after they play video games. Kind of weird. I know a lot of like Fox News and ABC and MSN and whoever else, they try to pin video games to all the shootings. But there's studies out there showing it's like, you're good. That's fine. Video games are fine. No one's going crazy after playing, Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto. Not that I think, all those video games are necessarily good for everyone. You know, Obviously video games. It's almost like, gosh, how do I put this? You gotta be responsible with some things. You gotta be thinking about what does your mind kind of what does your mind always dwell on, And yeah, I mean it's fine blowing some steam. I do that sometimes playing video games. Why not? But honestly, I think video games for an autistic person could actually be pretty good. I actually just beat one game called Dragon Age. You may have heard of it. Dragon Age 2 in particularly, and I thought it was actually really interesting. The conversation mechanics that they have on there is actually really cool. They actually have like little symbols next to it, like let's see, that could be like an olive branch for peaceful, or was it like in drama? They have the two masks, right, for drama. They have like the smiling one, the Joker kind of one. They have that obviously to be humorous, kind of joking around with the person. And then they have like black and red with either blades crossing or like a strong arm kind of thing. And obviously that's like being mean to the characters or whoever, causing more rivalry. I found those kind of things really interesting. Actually, I thought this is fantastic. Actually, this is really cool for someone who may have a hard time with conversations and how things are. These symbols are there, and there's voice acting for those symbols, so you can see the peaceful and how that sound. You can see, the what is the other one? Not peaceful, but fighting or whatever, the rivalry kind. You can see that symbol, and you can actually hear what it sounds like. Of course, the game is also famous for like a little romances you could do with some of the other non-playable characters, which reminds me, if you play the game, don't go after Aveline. Otherwise, you'll just be friend-zoned the entire time. If you want to be friend-zoned, go try that one. All the way. But yeah, I thought that one was actually really cool, and you can actually see the overall arc of the friendship depending on how you usually pick for that kind of character. For some of them, I mostly picked the peaceful one. For some of them, I mostly picked the humorous kind. And you can see them, how they interact later on in the story, when it's not a choice of how you interact with that person. You can see how your past choices reflect how that character sees you now. And it's actually really cool. You can kind of see like your character just being sarcastic all the time with certain people, or being very peaceful and just being very kind. Or if you choose the other one, you can just see how a total jackass you could be with them too. So So I find this really cool, and I almost wonder, like, how many more video games are out there that might be hidden for, like, this is actually really, really good. I know a lot of people talk about with the Assassin's Creed games. I haven't played a whole lot. I played one of them, and it's cool, but I haven't played a whole lot. And it's a really neat thing, actually. A lot of people, middle school and high school students actually learn history easier playing those games. Now, obviously, they say we're taking some history and we kind of put a little story spin to it. And that's really neat. But obviously, you can see the factual things. There's the overall factual things going on the outside of it. And again, with a lot of autistic people who struggle with abstract things, talking about history long ago, hundreds of years ago, those kind of things are actually really cool because now they can actually see it. And they see the character and they listen to the character and they're learning the characters personally. I think those kind of things are fantastic for autistic people. I think the game companies should actually focus on those a whole lot. I would love to be able to go to an E3 or a PAX Prime and just kind of take a look at some of the showcased games and try to figure out, where's a hidden gem for an autistic person right here? Someone like me, I love video games just because, I don't know, like I said before, the way how I process certain things, I process things in pictures, not in words. So reading a book could be a little difficult. I got to read a book and I had to translate it into a picture in my mind. Whereas with, like a movie, yeah, everything's right there, but then it's also over in about an hour and a half ish. Depends what you're watching. Those kind of things, it's over really quickly. A video game has this arc continuing through the entire thing. It's like reading a book, but you actually see it instead of trying to imagine it and trying to figure out what is the meaning in these words. You actually get to see the meaning of the words and everything. So I think video games actually could be very good for people with autism and Asperger's. Because again, we struggle a lot with abstract things. Although there's some who really love abstract stuff, kind of like art. I was talking to one person recently, and they said their friend of theirs has Asperger's, but they love going to museums. They love checking out the artworks. That's their thing, and that is really cool. I guess that's his thing. But oh my goodness, I should say that for another time. The abilities versus inabilities. What some people are good at and what we're really bad at. I gotta get into that in another video, but I think if you're watching this and you're someone who is concerned about people with autism and playing video games, I say don't worry too much about it. We can actually tell the difference between reality and fantasy. I mean, we're not. Our brains might be a little bit different and have a hard time processing certain things, sure. But I think, we're able to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. Sure, why not? So video games, not that bad. Not that bad. You should be okay with it. And honestly, I think if you know someone who has autism and Asperger's and really into video games, that could be the thing that you could use to bond with them a whole lot. We have a hard time with relationships and bonding with people. Maybe that's the thing that we have. Maybe that's the thing that you could use to bond with them and get close. Because we're very narrow in some of our interests. I notice how a lot of people, with a normally developed brain, they like to expand their horizons and think about all the different things and try to get different skills and talents, and that's great. I find a lot of us on the spectrum don't really care for like broad horizons. We like our horizon about this big, 2, 3 different things. We're good at that. We're good. We're cool. So yeah, I would encourage people to try that for trying to bond with someone with autism. Video games. They're sweet. They're awesome. They're fun. So check it out. Thanks for watching this. I know I ramble a whole lot in this video. Sorry about that. Can't be helped a whole lot. Again, these are kind of things, like, I have a general idea of what I want to do for the video, and I just kind of think it out loud and go from there. So, hey, thanks for watching. Please comment whether you agree, disagree, why not. And hit the little like button. You can share this with other people, and maybe hit the subscribe button so you can see when I come up with another video. Possibly. That'd be great. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you around in the next one. Bye-bye.